footage so it's the
Oh, great.
Yes, that was,
I think hopefully we've really, changed our direction to now get to the serious work of identifying what needs to be done to preserve water supply reliability in the context of wild and scenic if that happens.
that's
And to that note, I was a little bit concerned in reading the information that Catherine Evatt had provided us, on previously. There was a lot of language on downstream diversion, issues and how it doesn't relate and all this. Yeah, I understand that, below a wild and scenic.
Right.
Our concern is obviously the above and the tributaries that feed down in there and those issues, which are much less clear in my mind in reading that document, so.
Okay, my turn. Believe it or not, in the last 30 days, this is meeting number 37. And I really want to say the effort that we have put into the Highway 4 Corridor Committee is starting to pay off in the cooperation and the staff meetings that have been going on, the feedback that I've been getting surrounding it, the great ideas, the out-of-the-box thinking that's coming from various sides of this is just, it was beyond my expectations to have this happen so quick. And to be able to sit at UWPA meeting last night and hear the name CCWD mentioned 27 times and never once in a negative context. To me, that's a win. And to be able to, to stand with the Board of Supervisors in their breaks and be able to talk to them one-on-one about issues regarding water and to know that they're hearing us and they want to have some cooperation and participation is great. I've been with, as you might know, I'm involved with the economic development here in the county and go to every meeting I can get to because I think it is an important aspect. If we're going to keep our kids here and allow, they're going to need jobs, and they're going to need jobs that can support those families going forward. Otherwise, our schools are going to continue to see the big losses that they have, like in Calaveras Unified. And that shouldn't be something that we consider a positive going forward. So that's why economic development. But I will leave you the list of everything. Just to let you know that I was at LAFCO this last time, and there was some discussion in the background about doing MSRs on our service areas. It's something they do on a regular basis, as you well know, but it's back in their radar screen again. So just so that we're aware that that's going to be going on. It was at the Tuolumne County Board of Supervisors regarding water here last week as well. We have some great players, by the way, in this county, in other agencies, and they're more than willing to want to step up to the plate if we just give them the opportunity. And so we can't look at any of them and say they're not quite what we want or they're not ready for us kind of thing. I think they're all ready. We are in a time of drought, and we need to really realize how important it is that we work together, save every drop of water we can in this county, and when we're ready to let it go, we'll let it go at our price kind of thing, and be sure that we can support our communities. Another thing I need to explain is why did I vote no on the secretarial summary in February? And I just wanted to bring it up to everyone's attention. On the back of the secretarial summaries on the last page is the payroll taxes, retirement, et cetera, on the last page in January. Well, guess what, in February? It was missing. So I just wanted to make everybody aware that, we have to pay attention to the details when we do these things. And that's all I have. I'll leave you all copies so that you see where I've been.
Director Davidson?
I don't have much. I did attend the county's special session on the AB 142. I really appreciated them bringing it forward in the manner they did. I thought that the resolution that they wrote basically rescinded their action of the past. I don't know if they all understood that that's what it did, but it did. And so I was appreciative of that. And I think that, in the end, we did get the amendments that we were requesting, which I thought was terrific. And I know that they may have been proposed by others, but I think we were on the right track with our resolution. And I'm just glad to see the supervisors step up and see the need to solidify, the future water supply as well as protect the river. So I just thought that was I'm appreciative to Cliff for bringing that forward, and I look forward to that bill getting funded and seeing that study, so.
Thank you for being there.
Joel was actually there also, and he spoke on behalf of the district. I had said a few words about my area, but Joel did a nice job to represent our concerns.
Well, I too have something to say about 142, and again, I am very happy that it's got a long way to go, though, I think. It was approved by the State Assembly Natural Resource Committee on Monday, and the amendments, specific amendments that were talked about and agreed to by Foothill and Friends of the River are setting a deadline for completing the study, having a prohibition on new water supply facilities on the river until the study is complete, and specifying that the proposed area designation would be upstream of Par D. It still has to pass through both houses and be signed in, but I think it does appear to be that it's well on its way, and that's good to hear.
Dave, does that have to go to appropriations next? Is that where it's headed?
Yes, that's exactly where it's going next.
So it's even got more committees to head through. And the makeup of those committees, I think, is key. But staying on it and staying with it and continuing our support. But I do agree that it is nice to see that our amendments, our suggested changes were implemented. Camera met last week before, and we also sent a letter of support for 142. And I did suggest we include those same amendments that we talked about here, or the same suggestions, but they just wanted to have it clean, that we're just supporting it as it is. And because of 142 and the Wild and Scenic, Camera has also voted we've decided to, instead of meeting quarterly this year, we'll be meeting every other month, just to have more meetings and more opportunities to get together and talk about things. I've already talked about the executive director of Aqua attending one of our future meetings. Hopefully that will be in I think we're only having one meeting in April. Is that when it most likely would be?
I think so.
Okay. And then also want to remind everybody that the Aqua conference, and if you've never been to one, it is very educational. The networking is awesome. The education, though, is extremely beneficial. I mean, there's so much going on. It's May 4th through the 8th. It's here in Sacramento, real close by. I've already signed up to attend, and it would encourage as many of us as it could be there. I know our general manager will be there as well, and he's just informed us he's going to be a speaker. I think that's all I got.
Okay. How many other directors will be attending the Aqua Conference besides Scott? No.
I'm going to try.
So we'll have representation there. That's great. I
Always a surprise show.
am a member of the Engineering and the Finance Committee, so that was quite a discussion when we came through with our recommendations for what we just discussed earlier. I've been keeping close, staying up on the hill. Blue Lake Springs takes a lot of attention. They're in quite a situation that they're trying to work through as far as our water supplies are concerned, and I'm just very pleased. Dave attended the meeting with me last Saturday, and made a presentation and was greeted very wholeheartedly. They were very pleased that he got up on a Saturday morning to attend their board meeting, so that was great, yes. I also attended the White Pines Park Committee. That also, if you haven't been up there, that's a place to go. They're still striving to make it just a really, full recreational gathering, and they really don't have to do any advertising. It's all word of mouth, and everybody knows what White Pines Park has to offer, and so that's where I've been. And I just really wanted to make a comment that engineering and finance committee members came up with suggestions, as I say, for the different options on the rate increase. But I, would never want to not recognize the staff for their input and for their help. I mean, we really wouldn't have much to say if it weren't for our staff. They're very, very capable. They do an excellent job, and if you'll convey that.
You bet. Thank you. Well, I think that was probably one of the best things of this spending the time and going through this, was that I feel like we're having more of a common view of what we need to be doing on those projects and the direction. And now, certainly having that from the board, I mean, that just takes a lot of the ambiguity out of the equation that I think was there before.
That was a very good discussion. Any future agenda items from this side, or you had said something? No.
I support both of Terry's proposed agenda items. I think they're both valuable tools that we need to address. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. Item 9, next board meeting is Wednesday, April the 22nd at 9 o'clock, and then Wednesday, May the 13th at 9, the regular board meeting. And we are ready for item number 10, closed session. 10A, conference and legal labor negotiators, management and confidential unit, and SCIU local 1021, government code 54957.6, negotiators Dave Egerton and Stacy Lawler. 10B, conference with legal counsel, potential litigation, government code 54956.9, 2 cases. 10C, conference with legal counsel, existing litigation, government code 54956.9A, La Contenta Investors LTD versus CCWD, Calaveras County Superior Court, number 11, CV 37713. Closed session.
You should always ask for public comment on this closed session.
Oh, sorry, excuse me. Did we have any public comment on the closed session? Oh,
Can I say something about it's over? I'm very glad that you folks realize it would be a good idea to get updated on what's going on in the whole state and outside of the state. Sometimes it's give you an idea, a heads up, what's brewing outside of Calaveras County. It will affect you. It's a lot cheaper to learn from other people's mistakes than you doing it.
thank you, Peter.
I forgot to mention the plant sale, native plant sale coming
Oh,
up here.
yes.
April 11th, dang it.
Darn.
You do, I know.
Yes. I had it on my list.
I know,
Poof.
Right yesterday for just.
What am I thinking?